Just 2 weeks after an epic encounter in Monaghan, the Triton Showers National Rally Championship rolls on to round 3. The Garrahy family Birr stages rally. The Garrahy family proudly sponsored this year's rally, also providing the wonderful facilities to the Birr Motor Club for the weekend's event. TJ Garrahy Limited, Garrahy's Garage and Garrahy's Tractors all joining forces to become the title sponsors.
Irish people love their Triton showers, so it may come as surprising that we're asking you to get out of the shower! Naturally, being a Triton shower, you won't want to, and so we're gently reminding you to save water by taking the Triton 5-minute challenge. So, towels at the ready? You'll feel as good when you get out of the shower as you did when you were in it. Triton, for a cleaner conscience.
Another maximum field of top-of-the-range rally cars was braced for Birr's 3 cracking tests. The mountainside loops would be tackled 3 times across a sun-stroked Sunday of Irish rallying action. Josh and Sam Moffat once again filled the top 2 entries in their Citroen C3 and Hyundai i20 Rally 2. The Monaghan brothers eyeing up another dazzling duel as the fight for the national championship begins to heat up. Josh's maiden win aboard his Citroen ensured the 2 Moffats had a win apiece going into round 3. Could Sam stop Josh's momentum, with the latter defending his 2022 Birr success?
Josh, a win in Monaghan, the tail is up. You obviously had a bad start to the championship in Mayo, but you got the win in Monaghan. It was a brilliant battle. Different stages here though this weekend.
Yeah, tough enough stages today, but thankfully it looks like the weather's out and it's going to stay out. So yeah, looking forward to it. I'm sure Sam's going to make it tough for us again, but yeah, look, we'll see what happens.
The monkey is off your back with the Citroen.
Yeah, look, we finally got a win in it, so hopefully we can keep it going at this stage.
Sam, fantastic race in Monaghan. It was a real ding-dong. I'm sure it's going to be the same today. Stage has a lot different characteristics here.
Yeah, a lot different. I don't know if we'll see the same closeness of racing, but we're going to try and see what we can do. I think the first one won't be could be a wee bit closer. But come stage 2 and 3, I think you could see gaps, hopefully in our favour. But look at there's a good strong field here again, and looking forward, good weather, and see how it goes.
Fellow championship contenders Daniel Cronin and Declan Boyle were joined by up-and-coming Rally 2-star Ryan Loughran in Birr's top 5.
Daniel, it's on to round 3 here in Birr. You're hoping for a bit more fortune. You had bad luck in Monaghan.
Yeah, just one of those things. Was completely my fault. Misheard a note. But yeah, we're out today. Look, it wasn't any bit violent or anything, the crash, so I don't think I took any notice. The Tom Gahan lads have her all sorted, in fairness, and they didn't get much time. So yeah, she's looking good again, and we're ready for really nice stages today. They look very technical. They look like driver stages, so we'll see. Hopefully we can get on the pace and get back into dry tar and carrying the speed again.
Declan, you were second in this event 2 years ago, and you're back in your Citroen after your run in Monaghan. All looking forward to it?
I'm looking forward to it, yes. Looking forward to it in the dry weather, thank God. First time for this year. Looking forward to it. Back in the Citroen again, yes.
How did you find the comparison between the Ford and the Citroen?
To be fair, the Ford is a great car, great handling, suspension, gearbox, everything feels lovely. It's a great driving position. The only thing is, it just, you know, power-wise, you could feel the difference. Suspension and the Citroen definitely wouldn't be as good. But listen, we're working away on that, and you know, even tweaked it there again through the week. So it mightn't be a million miles away. It's just need to keep working at it.
Ryan, some sporadic appearances throughout the year. This is a nice one to do.
Oh, it is a. I suppose we really had planned to do the Follow the Tarmac Championship, and then with not finishing Galway, not getting to West Cork, and we didn't finish the circuit, I kind of changed the plan now. So it's more trying now to get a finish in the rally and get a wee bit of confidence back and build on it again. So we'll see what happens.
Aidan Ray finds himself third in the championship, and a strong finish would be on the cards again for him today.
Aidan, round 3, you're third in the championship. You must be really satisfied with how your pace is coming on.
Aye, satisfied, Kelly, and we had a couple of good starts there in Mayo, and good steady run in Monaghan there. So we're just trying to build the pace. It's sort of getting there slowly, but we're just trying to build it each rally and get the bit of seat time and the mileage. But happy, very happy with a few times at the start of the year. I'll be over the moon now.
Also joining the R5 battle today is David Kelly in his Volkswagen Polo R5, with fellow Donegal man Michael Boyle also in a Polo, looking to improve his pace on each round of the championship.
Yeah, getting some kilometres in before we head to Killarney, but no, look, the stages are great there, great rally, so look, we're looking forward to getting going, and the weather's on the right side, so it's good.
Happy enough at Monaghan, just trying to build it up. We had kind of a bad start to the year there, so just trying to build it up bit by bit, and hopefully now, you know, no wipers today will be a good job.
It's very hard though, the pace is so strong here. I mean, if you have a lull at all in a stage, you're like drop back, you get punished. It's the consistency of the guys in the top 3 or 4 that is so hard to live with.
Oh, so it is hard to live with, and you know, just this year, I suppose, you know, we feel like we're kind of falling back a little bit, but you have to keep the momentum going and keep going back to it and hope that'll come right.
Round 3 of the Triton Showers Championship. As you're saying there, that your pace needs to be on at every single stage to be competitive here. You have to really push yourself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Look, if you're not on in the morning, like, you can find yourself well down the field. Just the pace the last couple of years it just took a massive jump. But look, it's great. It's exciting. It's really enjoyable when you're out there when you get a good spin through a stage. Like, there's no better feeling than it. Look, there's another great entry here today. I'd say the pace will be just as hot today.
John Warren and Ruth Ann O'Connor made the jump into the unknown as they swapped their trusted twin cam for the Ford Fiesta R5. The beautiful weather and stages on offer might just be the best conditions to get to know the new mount for this round of the championship. Kevin Gallagher and Ryan Moore, the top two-wheel drive seeds in their Darien T90. The Donegal duo were seated 9th, 1 place ahead of Chris O'Callaghan and Kane Trainer's Ford Escort Mark II.
Chris, you had some real strong times up in Monaghan there a few weeks ago. Are you looking forward to today?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Monaghan was only building a bit of speed. Today's only building a bit of speed. At the end of the day, we're only trying to get ready for Munster and Donegal, so you'll see nothing special out of me. We're going to be behind Kevin and see if we can stay with him thereabouts and do like what we were in Monaghan. We'll be happy enough and see how the day plans out. We're looking forward to getting that in the mountain and see how we get on with the Darren against the mountain. So looking forward to it. Nice stages and well put together rally.
Ed O'Callaghan, Michael Carbon and David Condell continued the Ford Escort theme, while Aaron McIntyre returned to the fray in his giant-killing Class 13 Starlet. Josh Moffat and Keith Moriarty got the 2024 Birr Stages Rally underway on its short and snappy opener, the 6.8km Lisduff test. Moffat hustled his Citroen through the dusty bends, laying down an early marker to his rivals. Sam Moffat and James O'Reilly quickly followed in their Hyundai, but fell 4.2 seconds short of Josh's classy Citroen. It was first blood to the younger brother, despite being distracted by water bottles flailing around his footwell. The Polo of Daniel Cronin and Donncha Burke were next to complete stage 1, but could only manage 8th quickest time as they got back up to speed after an off in Monaghan. The margins were tiny, however, with 3.5 seconds covering third fastest Paul Barrett and the rest of the top 10, which was rounded out by Michael Boyle's Volkswagen. Josh Moffat made it a hat-trick of stage wins on Birr's opening loop, building a 12.9 second lead over Sam's Hyundai. Sam had no answer to Josh's pace. He admitted he just couldn't commit or get comfortable in his own driving on the dry and dusty Birr stages. Ryan Loughran had been one of several crews in the hunt for Birr's final podium position when he went off the road on stage 2 aboard his Fiesta Rally 2. That incident red flagged the Glendyne test for the rest of the crews, who returned to action on Birr's third Malloy's Hill test. The race for third remained as intense as ever though. A high-flying David Kelly, who had Arthur Kieran's co-driving as a last-minute call-up, was now holding a narrow 0.2 second grip on third. Kelly held the position from Michael Boyle, who climbed from 9th to 4th on the 12.1 kilometre test thanks to his third fastest time.
40 to 4 left at the top, into 2 right 3 left plus 40. Late long 5 right plus up was the way round. 100 and go off this lap 2 right, half long 200, lap 2 200. It's long, keep going, lap 2 right again, 80, flat 1 left past the lay-by 60, flat 3 left over the crest, okay, hook 60, mid over the crest, slowing on 4 left 40, 4 left 40, 2 right in over flat crest, 80 down, slowing 2 left, 60C hairpin right down. You have 60C hairpin right.
Paul Barrett had slipped down to 5th but was only 2 tenths behind Boyle as positions continued to be decided by fractions of seconds. Barrett had caught Marty Toner's Proton Satria at the end of stage 3 after it collided with a bank on one of the test's mucky corners. Daniel Cronin continued his cautious start to the day, but a promising 4th fastest time moved him up a position to 6th overall. 2 strong results had put Aidan Ray 3rd in the National Rally Championship after its opening 2 rounds. He struggled on stage 3 though, dropping 3 places to 7th, but was hoping a few changes to his pace notes would see him climb back up the leaderboard later in the day. Back in his Citroën, after a one-off foray with a Ford Fiesta in Monaghan, Declan Boyle was 0.8 seconds behind Ray after stage 3. Gary Kiernan somehow managed to stay within the top 10 despite having his Ford Fiesta's pop-up valve go off 22 times across Birr's opening loop. The Cavan man was frustrated, to say the least. Hugh Hunter was suffering the same woe in his Rally 2 Fiesta, lying 20th heading into Birr's first service halt. Chris O'Callaghan made his 2-wheel drive intentions clear with a rapid time through Birr's opening stage. The Limerick lad was 9th fastest overall, 3.1 seconds clear of nearest modified challenger Kevin Gallagher. Gallagher though was content with his steady pace and threw his cards on the table on stage 3, Malloy's Hill. Gallagher set the fastest time in the modifieds on the 12.1 kilometre test to lead O'Callaghan by 0.8 seconds after Birr's opening loop. Michael Carbon was on the right track to record his best results since switching from Mitsubishi machinery to his Class 14 Mark II. The Monaghan driver was 3rd after stage 3, 11.9 seconds behind O'Callaghan. 2022 modified Irish tarmac champions Sam Reid and John Murphy were only a further 3.3 seconds back in their escort.
Yeah, it's been a good start for us this morning. We're quickest in all 3 stages. I think we set about 12 seconds ahead of Sam, so yeah, good all round. Stages are quite dusty and tricky there, but I'm sure with all the cars through it now they'll be a bit cleaner hopefully.
Yeah, look, with a tricky start, a few commitment issues from myself, but yeah, look, at stages will be a lot cleaner now, a lot of dust this morning, and hopefully we can push on a bit harder now.
Yeah, no, look, it's good. Tricky stages, that middle one's long, like, but no, it was good. We're 3rd there now, so look, there's not much in it. We'll just try to keep chipping away.
Not too bad, not too bad. The weather's good, conditions are not bad at all. There's some grip there, some light, gravelly and dusty there, but it's not bad now, to be fair. Hard to beat the good weather.
Aye, all good. They're nice stages, a wee bit dusty in places, but no, we'd clean enough run. We're being a wee bit cautious, but we'll push on now the next loop.
Sam Moffat exited service with some urgent setup adjustments. The Tom Gahan Motorsport mechanic stiffened his Hyundai's suspension setup to aid him in a more aggressive attack on Birr's dry stages. Moffat was much happier with how the changes had altered his ability to tackle the sunny Birr stages, but it was still Josh who continued to set Birr's benchmark times. The two championship rivals set the exact same time on the 15.4km Glendyne test after Josh's Citroen displayed signs of a small overshoot on Birr's fifth test. He eked out another 2.3 seconds on stage 6 to hold an 18-second advantage over Sam and James O'Reilly ahead of Birr's final loop. David Kelly and Arthur Kearns, who'd only competed once together before, ironically on the 2020 Birr stages, retained their hold on third overall. An impressive third fastest time over Glendyne was enough to resist challenges from Paul Barrett, Michael Boyle and Daniel Cronin, all of whom had intentions of stealing Birr's final spot on that podium. Cronin was now 1.7 seconds behind Kelly as fellow Volkswagen Polo pilot Michael Boyle recovered from his overshoot on stage 5 with the third fastest time on stage 6. Boyle could well have been third had he not overshot in Glendyne and lost momentum when he clipped a rock on the thrilling mountainside test. Instead, Boyle was fifth with 3 stages to go, half a second off Cronin's pace in fourth. Paul Barrett and Dara Kelly had been fourth after setting a third fastest time on stage 4. Their Citroen though couldn't match its Volkswagen peers on stage 6, dropping crucial seconds and falling to 6th overall, albeit only a 10th behind Boyle. Declan Boyle was keeping his foot in the door of Birr's podium fight, lying in 7th overall. He was now a more comfortable 10 seconds ahead of Aidan Ray and Peter Ward. Vincent McSweeney and Liam Brennan were having a tough day at the races. They survived this off-road excursion on stage 4 before their Skoda Fabia suffered fuel pressure issues, retiring after stage 6. Chris O'Callaghan jumped back into the modified lead with an almighty push through stage 4 in his Escort. O'Callaghan won the stage by 1.4 seconds, even after his door flew open halfway through the test. It was enough to give him a 0.6 of a second lead over Kevin Gallagher's Darien.
3 left, okay. 3 left here, 40, and 4 left, must in. 4 left, must in, and 2 left. 80, watch, long 4 right. Long 4 right. 100, 5 left push. You have 100, 5 left push here, 5 left push. And late 3 right over the crest, 100. 3 right in. 3 right in, 2 left, 170, 3 right, and 2 left, 170. Flat 2 right up there, 130, turn hairpin right, good tar, go deep. Right over the finish.
Come on, Gert.
Faced with O'Callaghan's threatening pace, Kevin Gallagher and Ryan Moore responded straight away with a brace of fastest times on the awesome Glendyne and Malloy's Hill tests. O'Callaghan was gutted when his door opening issue returned on stage 6, this time remaining open for the whole stage after springing loose after a landing from a jump. Despite his best efforts, O'Callaghan finished Birr's second loop of stages, now a distant 16.5 seconds behind Gallagher's Darien. Michael Carbon and Dean O'Sullivan continued their strong charge in third, 18.5 seconds ahead of Simon Reid and John Murphy. Carbon was keen to get back to service though when his Ford Escort faced charging problems. The Monaghan man was hoping his eagle-eyed mechanics could get it all resolved ahead of Birr's decisive final 3 stages. Daniel Breslin was upping his pace in another high-powered Escort. A couple of flyers on Birr's second loop of stages had put him inside the top 20 overall, 11.5 seconds behind Simon Reid. John Warren was certainly enjoying his outing at the Garrahy family Birr Stages rally in his hired Ford Fiesta R5. With him being totally out of his comfort zone, it's fair to say he certainly did look comfortable behind the wheel of that Fiesta.
And 3 right minus. 40, very late, 2 right, plus. 130, turns long, square left up. And flat 4 right. 60, flat 4 left, plus.
Before we head into that final loop, let's catch up with some of the crews in service.
Josh, you must be really satisfied with how today's going. 6 stages down, 18 odd second advantage over your brother.
Yeah, it's going definitely. It's definitely going good for us. I think Sam's probably picked up the pace a bit there in the last few, but yeah, look, at 18-second lead, it's fairly comfortable at the minute. But in the same sense, it's only an overshoot or something small could throw it away yet.
Sam, it sort of looks like second place. I know there's 3 stages. You're going to keep on it, obviously, but it's going to be. You're not going to get back that time, really.
No, we're not going to get that time back naturally. But look, we want to keep the pace up and just keep pushing. And see, time is everything. We have Carlo in a few weeks, so just keep it going.
David, you're having a great performance, 3rd at the minute, but there's a lot of guys just snapping at your heels.
Yeah, we're 3rd there. It's only with the skin of our teeth, to be honest. But we had a good cut in the middle stage that loop, and then not so good on the last stage. So we're going to have to maybe try to tidy it up for the last stage because you can't afford to lose anything, to be honest. That's where we're at now.
But everyone's going to be pushing. The other guys are saying they're going to be pushing like hell. But it's very hard to get time out there in dry conditions.
Yeah. That first stage is only 7k, and there's there's minimal margins in it. And I don't know. Me and Arthur are talking about there where the time is, but we're just going to have to go as hard as we can, see how we get on.
Daniel, the pace is increasing stage on stage. You're now knocking on the door of 3rd position overall, but it's a big battle.
Yeah, we kind of had the first 2 stages out. We went on a harder tire, and we were kind of betting ourselves into it, and it really came to work on the last stage there. But yeah, we're pushing very hard, trying to get up the speed of this dry tire. And there's a 5-way battle, I think, for 3rd. So you don't know how it's going to go, because I can't see much more time in him for myself today. So yeah, we're just going to try and push on a little bit harder, try carry a little bit more speed, and hopefully, mightn't be a million miles away.
Paul, there is a serious battle for that 3rd position. 3 stages remaining. You're just going to have to push on.
Yeah, look, it's exciting. There's I think there's 3 or 4 of us that within 3 or 4 seconds, you said, but look, it's a great day, and look, it's a little bit out there. It's hard to push in some of them sections. I'm kind of on the limit in some others, but look, it's really enjoyable. It's been a while since I've probably been up at this height, probably Mayo a couple of years ago. But look, it's good to be back up at as high up in as high up the leaderboard as I am. Hopefully now we can get a good result.
Kevin, top 2-wheel drive. It was a great battle with Chris O'Callaghan, but you've just edged ahead.
We pushed on a wee bit better in that loop there, so no, the stages clean up a wee bit, and we're driving better too. So no, we're very happy now.
Shane, relatively new car to you, the Rally 3 Fiesta. What a performance you're putting in. You're 14th overall there after 6 stages.
Yeah, we couldn't be happier today. The car is outstanding. It's class. It handles the same as an R5. It's very torquey. It hasn't the same power, but like that them stage, you don't really need power. It's just the handling is all that matters. And yeah, getting on well. Happy with everything.
Before we get to the top 10, let's have a look at some of the class results. Winning all their stages, Cahill and Dara Mullins sealed a supreme 3-minute victory in Class 1. Christopher Rose and Jason Murphy grabbed 2nd place on the very last stage to make it a Honda Civic 1-2, 4.3 seconds ahead of Gavin Shield and Ken Blanche's Ford Fiesta. 0.3 of a second was all that separated Class 2's top duo of crews going into Birr's Malloy's Hill finale. Gareth Deasley and Oisin Joyce held the minuscule advantage over Matthew Boyle and Gary Byrne. Boyle had cut Deasley's lead over the preceding test, but the Ford Fiesta pilot resisted the fight back by winning Birr's final test to seal his 2nd Class 2 win in succession by 2.4 seconds over Boyle's Peugeot 208 Rally 4. Tommy Moffat had been in the mix earlier on in the 9-stage event, but eventually had to settle for 3rd, 15.7 seconds behind the battle for Class Honours. A 16.3 second final stage win helped Chrissy Corey and Sean Ray to a fine Class 2A victory in their Fiesta. Sean Scanlon and Paul McGlinchey had set the class's initial pace before being usurped by Corey after Birr's opening loop. David Hunt and Gillian Kilmartin completed the podium places in their Peugeot 208 R2. Rory and Martin McGarrity sealed a 1 minute 15 second Class 3 win in their Citroen DS3 R3. They fended off challenges from second place Michael Ormond and third place Garage O'Regan, who were both piloting Honda Civics. Shane Quinn was showing his undoubted rally driving talents on just his second event behind the wheel of a Rally 3 Ford Fiesta. Quinn and Stephen Reynolds set Class 4 alight, winning by nearly 2 minutes on their way to an 18th overall finish. Tomas O'Rourke claimed Class 4's runner-up spot in his Mitsubishi Evo, almost 2 minutes ahead of another Fiesta Rally 3 driven by Owen Fogarty.
Into crest, 60, 6 left through the dip and 6 right over crest, 60 to a 6 right, 60 down into crest, jump and 4 right nips, watch the 4 right nips here in front of you, 40 and crest and down into long 4 left, watch the long 4 left, it'll push you out, into 6 right and 5 left, half long and dip, 80, narrow through the bridge, turn square right over gravel, 60, crest, 5 right over water and 6 left, 130 down the middle to a caution, 3 left long, tightens.
Shane, an excellent result, 16th overall and winning your class. Doesn't get much better.
Yeah, for sure. This morning we would have taken it with both hands. I wasn't expecting it now, but look, I'm delighted with the stages, delighted with the weather, delighted with the car. It's a new car, so we're still getting used to it, but hopefully we can build on this now and improve in the next rally.
Kev Price and Adam Darcy took the Class 9 laurels in their Vauxhall Nova after rivals Jason Mooney and Eamon Barrett dropped out on the 5th and 6th stage respectively. Barrett had held the class lead up until his retirement. Mike Garahy and Irla McCarthy look set to claim victory in Class 10 when they finished Birr's 7th stage with a 14.3 second advantage. Unfortunately, the Ford Escort pairing would have to stop on the road section with fuel issues ahead of Malloy's Hill finale. Handing class honours to Cathal Sheridan and Cole Leonard. Sheridan and Leonard had been in a close battle for second with Paul Cullen and Jack Kennedy's Corsa. 0.2 seconds separated them going into the final test. A fastest time for Sheridan ensured the #1 spot was his, eventually finishing 1.2 seconds ahead of Cullen. In Class 11F, a fastest time on Birr's decider enabled David Healy and Martin Byrne to steal first from Sam Johnson and Colin Duffy. The Honda Civic rivals traded places throughout the rally, with Johnson missing out by a gut-wrenching 0.3 seconds. Brian Moore and Damien Doherty had led the class up until their Civic left the road in dramatic fashion on Birr's penultimate test. Gavin Russell and Daniel Callahan rounded out Class 11F's top 3 crews. Class 11R provided another nail-biting finish as Ben McIntyre and Anthony Hand entered Birr's Malloy's Hill decider separated by just half a second. The 2 rear-wheel drive crews were stuck like glue over the 9 stages, with Hand and co-driver David McCrudden starting the day with a 0.1 second lead after stage 1. McIntyre and Anthony McDonald displaced the Ford Escort duo with the fastest time on stage 3 before Hand fought back to take a 0.4 second lead on stage 7. Toyota starlet man McIntyre edged in front on Birr's penultimate stage before securing a 1.2 second class win with the fastest time on the 12.1 kilometre finale. Jack Brunton and Jack Kelly finished a further 44 seconds back, taking Class 11R's last podium spot in their Escort. Ryan McCardle and Connor Maloney grabbed the initiative in Class 12, going fastest on Birr's opener by 3.1 seconds over Michael Conlon and James McEnany. It looked like McCardle had gained a huge class lead on stage 3, but their time was later corrected in a post-rally review. Conlon overhauled his 2-litre rivals with the fastest time on stage 5, with the pair trading places over the remaining stages. Another fastest time on Birr's finale allowed Conlon to snatch a 0.4 second victory at the rally's death. McCardle had to settle for second after a superb run, finishing 2 minutes ahead of third place Niall Fitzpatrick and Matthew Reid, who claimed the final podium position by 16.5 seconds in their Mark 1 Escort. Aaron McIntyre and Dylan Doonan overcame a topsy-turvy day inside their Starlet. After a few spins and a misfire on Birr's dusty stages, McIntyre eventually confirmed their Class 13 winning status with a 13.9 second advantage over Aidan Burke and Pierce Heaney Jr. Burke stayed within touching distance all day but had to settle for second in his Ford Escort Mark II. Kevin Quinn sealed his maiden Class 13 podium, pulling 12 seconds from Ford Escort rival Kevin Cole on the final stage. Quinn and co-driver Michael Laverty edged the podium positions by 6.7 seconds. In Class 15, Brian Comiskey and Declan Campbell completed a start-to-finish campaign in their Subaru Impreza, sealing a 2.5-minute victory. Alan O'Riordan and Richard Davis' runner-up finish was confirmed when Subaru rival David Ford dropped out of contention on Stage 5. Birr's Class 16 juniors were in fine form on Sunday's stages, with just 3.9 seconds covering the top 4 after the opening loop. Jordan Jervis and James McBrearty held the initial 1.5 second lead over Jason Wilkinson and Kieran McGinley before falling behind the latter on Stage 4. A rapid 7.4 second stage win on Birr's 5th test put Ronan Dorian and Mickey Joe Brown to the Class 16 lead, heading Wilkinson by 1.3 seconds with 3 stages to go. Dorian seeped time on the final loop though, dropping to 3rd, 1.3 seconds behind eventual class runner-up Kyle McDade and Shane Maguire. Class 16 honours then went to Wilkinson and McGinley, who hung on to a finely poised 2.3 second victory at the end of the 9-stage battle. In Class 18, David Armstrong and Ashley Trimble claimed a dominant 4.5-minute victory in their historic Ford Escort RS 1800. Malcolm Pedlow and John Henderson's BMW 2002 was some way adrift, but still took home second place honours. Class 19's Ronan Campbell and Denny Greeny entertained their way to the overall win in Birr's historic category, even with this spin on Stage 9. A busy day for the Campbell Contracts Rally team, with all 5 cars completing the event across a range of classes. Marty Toner and Ben Teggart rode out the storm in their Proton Satria to secure Birr's Class 20 win. Toner battled through power steering issues, a misfire and a sticking throttle during the day to seal a 1.5-minute victory. Colin Flanagan and Kevin Riley held on to second in class by 6 seconds as Trevor and Kenny Bustard's push on the final stage just wasn't enough to claw back the 10.8 second gap. Another rapid time over the highly rated Glendyne test wasn't enough for Daniel Breslin to reel in 4th place Simon Reid in the 2-wheel drives. Breslin and co-driver Mark McGeehan ended the event 8.1 seconds back, but could be happy with their top 5 2-wheel drive finish. Reid and John Murphy set the second fastest time on Birr's final stage to confirm their 4th place in Class 14, while Michael Carbon and Dean O'Sullivan completed a perfect drive to seal their first 2-wheel drive podium since switching from the 4-wheel drive Mitsubishi. Chris O'Callaghan had produced one of the drives of the day to challenge Kevin Gallagher for modified victory, but a broken bolt on a rear axle stabiliser bar was the final nail in the coffin for his class-winning hopes. Still, he did exceedingly well to complete the event and hold on to second in 2-wheel drive, and still 11th overall, 50 seconds ahead of Carbon.
Fast 4 right, fast 4 right here, good 100, turn square left. Square left, 80, fast 3 left, fast 3 left here, into a very long 2 right don't cut, and stay left up over the 1 left over the crest, 100, slow 3 right don't cut, and 4 left, late past the wall, 40, 40 now, flat 3 right, 200 up the middle, 200 now, flat 2 left, must in, don't go wide, 60, flat crest 350, turn square right, 100, 4 left push. 4 left push on 2 right, 2 left.
That means modified honours went to Kevin Gallagher and Ryan Moore. Once again, they didn't put a wheel out of place in their feisty Darien T90, securing a top 10 finish overall, along with their 22.1 second 2-wheel drive victory over O'Callaghan.
No, good run today. We're a wee bit slow to get going in the morning, but no, a good day then and great weather for it. So no, hopefully now we'll go to Carlow and get another good cut at it.
After endless pop-off valve issues in his Fiesta Rally 2's engine, Gary Kiernan finally got to attack Birr's 3 fantastic stages in earnest when the problems disappeared for the final loop. The Cavan driver punched in a series of solid times, including a 5th fastest time on Birr's power stage to move up ahead of Kevin Gallagher's Darien and into 9th overall. Aidan Ray and Peter Ward survived a big 5th gear moment on some farmyard dust on stage 7 to hold on to 8th, 5.3 seconds ahead of Gary Kiernan's hard-charging Fiesta. Paul Barrett started Birr's final loop of stages in prime position to challenge for a podium finish. His Triton Showers Citroen was in fantastic form, 2.3 seconds off the 3rd place David Kelly. A spin and a time-sapping stall though on the tricky Glendyne test cost Barrett and co-driver Dara Kelly 20 seconds. Barrett dropped to 7th and had to turn his attention to keeping Aidan Ray behind. He reset himself ahead of Birr's finale to hold on to his position by 3.8 seconds. The Birr Stages Rally offered up a fascinating father-son duel between Declan and Michael Boyle. Michael and his co-driver Dermot McCafferty had been a few seconds ahead of Declan's Citroen C3 for most of the event. Paul Barrett's incident on stage 8 though meant that Michael Boyle was rallying through his dust, going on to set the exact same time as his father Declan. 4.3 seconds was all that covered the two Boyles heading into Birr's Malloy's Hill decider, and Michael turned up the wick to ensure he headed home with family bragging rights, taking his Volkswagen Polo R5 to a superb 5th overall. That left Daniel Cronin and David Kelly to fight it out for Birr's final podium position. Cronin was continuing to build pace after an off 2 weeks earlier on the Monaghan Stages rally, but was left frustrated with his mistakes on Glendyne and in the end had no answer to Kelly's speed. The Polo partnership of Cronin and Birr had to settle for 4th, 10.2 seconds adrift of the Donegal man. 3rd was David Kelly's best overall rally result to date, an important milestone for the 28-year-old who showed serious credentials in the April sun. With Arthur Cairns proving an ideal stand-in co-driver, the pairing's 2nd fastest time on Birr's power stage epitomised a flawless drive.
Only 40, turn hairpin left, 60. Flat 2 right, flat 2 left, kink OK, 100 through the bridge, middle on flat crest pump 40, flat 2 left up 40, flat left on crest 80 for 4 right in over crest over gravel, 4 right in over the crest gravel, and 2 right into 3 left over the crest, into 3 left plus, 2 3s and 1 right into 1 left up, long 2 right over the crest, and flat 2 right, and flat 3 left OK 200.
David, the end of 9 difficult stages here in Birr. It's your first podium.
Yeah, first podium. Look, we're over the moon. It wasn't an easy day. Look, everyone, a couple of lads in front of us, a couple of boys behind us didn't make it easy. Pushed us over the line at the end there. But no, it was good. I suppose it's really good to get there, and suppose to have a race the whole way there was made it even better, you know.
Josh Moffat and Keith Moriarty were untouchable in Birr's fast and dry roller coaster stages. 7 fastest times on the trot gave them a 19.6 second lead with 2 stages to go. A hair-raising moment on stage 8 while breaking down Glendyne's mountain section showed anything can happen when rallying at breakneck speeds in the National Rally Championship. Josh's spine tingler coincided with Sam Moffat's upward trajectory of pace. After a challenging morning, he had found his Hyundai sweet spot and punched in his first fastest time of the day on Birr's penultimate test. That's despite struggling with the car bottoming out more than usual. With a power stage bonus point up for grabs on Birr's final test, Sam Moffat and James O'Reilly retained their pacey final loop push to grab the stage win by 1.5 seconds over David Kelly's effort. It may have been too late to threaten his brother's overall victory, but the bonus point could well be crucial come the end of the season as Sam retains his championship lead after the 8-round series' third event.
Yeah, look at his points there. Okay, second, not what we wanted, but in fairness, I was sleeping on the first 2 stages, and I think that's where he really got me today. Yeah, look, as I say, his points, we're leading the championship, every point counts, and yeah, just drop rounds, he'll come into it and leave it tighter again. So on to Carlo next, and yeah, we'll need to get that top spot for that.
But Sunday was all about Josh Moffitt and Keith Moriarty as they doubled up on their win in Monaghan 2 weeks earlier to grab their second national championship win of the year. With a winning margin of 17.6 seconds, the Citroen C3 crew looks to be a formidable combination in grippy conditions. 2 wins in a row and a lockout of 4 Birr Stages rally victories since 2019. It was a dream day for the defending champion.
Obviously, it's good to start taking a bit back after Mayo. So, yeah, I suppose we need a few more like it. So, yeah, look at it, it's all good.
You're getting used to the Citroen now. Are you enjoying it as much as the old Hyundai?
Oh, we are, sure. Look, it's a very good car. It was always going to be. It's proven itself enough in the European Championship and the World Championship. It's just taken us a bit of time to get onto it, but yeah, we're starting to enjoy it.
On to Carlo next?
Yeah, only a few weeks away, so yeah, I'm sure the races will continue there.
We earned it today now with the heat and everything, but it's good to have it. I suppose we're used to doing national rallies now with last year, and it's pouring rain, so any day it's warm like this, we'll take it. We'll take it.
It gives you a nice boost in the championship now for the second and third round. You obviously taking victory in Monaghan, taking victory here again.
Yeah, I think, like, to be fair, we were saying that we couldn't have made a worse start, so it's kind of nice. It's kind of gathering a bit of momentum now, and hopefully we can keep going. And Sam isn't giving us much breathing space, but we'll try and keep ahead of him if we can.
Next up in the National Rally Championship is May's Carlo Stages Rally, which features its exclusive Mark II Challenge Trophy. Stay tuned and we'll see you there.
That is it from round 3 of the Triton Showers Irish National Rally Championship. We hope you enjoyed the show, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. We'll see you in Carlo for the second weekend of May.